just about to get started. Give it one more minute. Usually there's a few folks that roll in right at the last minute, even more so on Zoom. It's easy to do, which is kind of nice. My name is Breezy. If we haven't met before, welcome to Balanced Rock Community Yoga every Monday at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:15. So we'll go for about an hour and 15 minutes. Hey, Austin. And let's see here. I'll give many modifications, many options and versions, and you are welcome to take any suggestion that I give, or if there's something else that you know of that you'd like to do, or some invention that you come up with during class, you're welcome to tailor the class to whatever your needs are. Even easier to do in your own home than in a studio setting. So I think that's about it. We're gonna get started in a comfortable seat or laying down if there's no way for you to sit comfortably. So you can sit either kneeling or cross-legged or laying down, sitting up tall and closing your eyes. Feel your contact points with the earth. And allow your weight to gently settle in to the support of the earth. Feeling the gravity of the earth that holds us here and keeps us from flying away, so that you can lengthen your spine now without any risk of floating off into the ether. Lengthening through the spine, increasing the space between your vertebrae, all the way out through the crown of the head. And now turn your awareness to your breath. Begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. You can begin Ujjayi breath. It's a constriction in the back of the throat as if to make the sound ha, but with your mouth closed. Use this technique because it adds texture and sound to the breath so that your mind can more easily rest on the breath. Watching the long, slow, smooth inhalation and watching the long, slow, smooth exhalation. And I invite you to set an intention to bring your awareness back onto the breath, into the body in the present moment, over and over again throughout class. Practicing mindfulness with compassion. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. And we'll open class with a single Om. Inhale long. You can keep your eyes closed or just soft gaze, blinking the eyes open. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms forward, round your upper back, let your head hang. Press the palms forward and stretch between your shoulders. Maybe wiggle from side to side. And come back to center. Set your shoulders down and back. Lift your gaze level with the earth. Take your arms overhead. Now good. Inhale, bend your elbows out to the sides. As you exhale, squeeze your elbows towards center. Press up into the palms. Yeah, good. Inhale, bend your elbows out to the sides. As you exhale, squeeze elbows towards midline. Press into the palms. Couple more. On this one, press and hold. You can let your shoulders relax away from your ears. And maybe you want to make some little circles here, continuing your breath. And the opposite direction. And come back to center. Bend your elbows. Press your palms together right at the base of the head. Squeeze your elbows up and towards each other. And on an inhale, you can reach up and look up. And on your exhale, come out and over and onto all fours. We're going to stack knees right under hips and hands right under shoulders. Spread your fingers. Press the index finger and the thumb and the webbing in between down into the mat. Inhale, lift your sit bones. Lengthen through your belly, lift your heart, roll your shoulders down and back, look forward. Exhale, tuck the tail. Draw your belly in and up, melt the heart, press up between the shoulder blades, head hangs. Continuing on your breath, moving slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And on an inhale, we'll come back to a neutral spine. So walk the hands out so we're in a half dog. So hips stay over the knees. Lengthen back through your back. Roll shoulders away from ears. Maybe the forehead comes down to the earth. We're going to look up between the hands and now walk both hands over to the right-hand side of your mat. Isometrically, this means with energy, but without motion, you're going to push with your left hand, but pull with your right, pulling back through your right hip. Excuse me, opposite. Push with your left hand, push with your right hand, pull with your left, pull back through that left hip. Yeah, finally. Stretching through that whole left side. And we'll back off from this stretch and go over to the other side, over to the left side this time. We're going to push with the left hand and pull with the right, pulling back through that right hip, stretching through the right side. And then backing off that stretch, coming back to center, bringing the hands under the shoulders once more. This time we're going to inhale, take the left hand up. As you exhale, bring that left shoulder through under the right arm. Turning your gaze to the right. You can spider walk your right fingertips out in front of you. And maybe you take your right leg out to the right and roll a little farther onto the back of the shoulder, the back of the head. And then we'll come back to center, bringing the right hand down, bringing the right knee down, pressing yourself up to all fours, taking any wiggles here to release your back. And second side, inhale, sweeping the right arm up. As you exhale, sweep the right arm through underneath the left, bring the right shoulder to the earth, turn your gaze to the left. Spider walk those left fingertips out in front of you. Maybe you want to take your left leg out to the left and roll a little bit deeper onto the back of the right shoulder, the back of the head. Yeah. And we'll bring the left hand down under the shoulder, left knee comes down, press yourself up to all fours. Take any small wiggles to release your back. Then we'll walk the hands forward just one palm's distance. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back, keeping knees bent. Really spread your fingers, pressing the index finger and the thumb and the webbing in between down into the earth. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen up and back through the hips. And then if you like, you can start to soften one heel down and then the other, bicycling through the heels, warming up your dog. Eventually you can press through both heels evenly. They don't have to come to the earth. You can continue to bend your knees and lift your hips, more important than heels reaching the earth. And then on an inhale, bend your knees and look between your hands. Listen carefully. We're going to walk forward on your exhale. See if you can lead with your heels. All the way to a forward fold. Feet hip width apart. Bend your knees. Hang here. You might clasp elbows. Shaking your head yes and no. And on an inhale, bring your hands to your thighs, knees really bent, long, flat back here. Then on your exhale, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, press down into your feet. Inhale, take your shoulders up and back. Exhale, down and in and hold. Again, inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and in and hold. Couple more on your breath. And stand in mountain pose. You might close your eyes for a moment, spreading your toes, pressing down into your feet evenly, front to back, right to left, inside and out. Feeling how pressing into your feet engages the muscles of the legs onto the bones. Rooting down pelvis to legs, legs to feet, feet to earth. And from that strong foundation, the spine can lengthen and be free. All the way out through the crown, shoulders soft, jaw soft. Open your eyes, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, look up if that's okay for your neck. On your exhale, long flat back brings you all the way down into a forward fold. Bend your knees any amount to bring your hands to props or the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to shins or thighs, long flat back, reach forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. We're going to take the left foot back to lunge. Drop your back knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hold here. Soften your hips towards the earth. Inhale, lift your heart, palms meet, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Keep exhaling, press through that left heel to straighten the left leg. Rock your weight back, press off that foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold, second side goes back. Back knee comes down. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, sink your hips, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your heart, palms meet, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands come to the earth, press into the back foot, straighten the back leg, rock your weight back, push, forward fold. Second round, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, left foot goes back, knee comes to the earth. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift your heart, palms meet, gaze goes up. Exhale, all the way down, push through the back heel, send your weight back, then push, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, second leg goes back, knee comes down. Inhale up. Exhale, sink and soften. Inhale, heart lifts, palms meet, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands come down, press through the heel, weight goes back, and then push, forward fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, fold your hands in front of your heart, bring your feet together. Inhale. Exhale, touch the earth with your fingertips. Inhale, bring your arms up, shoulder height or higher. Exhale, sink your hips down and back. Weight comes into your heels. Inhale, lift your heart. Yeah, exhale, sink your hips, let your weight go back into your heels. Keep going on your breath. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, weight sinks back. Couple more. Okay, inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, left foot goes back to lunge. This time we're going to spin the back heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, we'll open warrior one. Now go and sink deep into the left leg. Man, I've got my sides all mixed up tonight. Anyway, sink deep into the right leg. Press into the outer edge of that left foot. Lift the inner left thigh away from the earth. Bring your weight evenly onto both feet. Bring your shoulders right over your hips. And then soften your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your gaze over right fingertips. And breathe. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. On your exhale, tilt your hips towards the left, reach your chest towards the right. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Maybe softening the front knee. You can bring the right hand down to the shin or prop or the earth. Left hand comes to your hip, or it can go up. Gaze can be down or forward or up. Triangle pose. Be intentional with your gaze. Pick a spot and then look there. And breathe. Turn your gaze to the earth. Strong legs, strong torso. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink back down. Good. Inhale, reverse. And hold in reverse for a couple breaths, stretching through that right side waist. And on an exhale, we'll come to extended angle. So forearm to thigh, left hand can come to your hip, or it can reach over. If you want to take any kind of bind or bring the bottom hand down to a prop or the earth, you're welcome to. Any version that you like. Once again, your gaze can be down or forward or up. Pick a gaze and stick with it. Turn your gaze to the earth. We're going to swim both hands down to the inside of the front foot. Walk your hands around to the left, coming into standing straddle. Your toes are turned slightly in. If your head is really far from the earth, walk your feet apart a little bit more. If your head is almost touching the earth, you can walk your feet together a bit more. Many options. You can grab your big toes with your peace fingers, grab heels, interlace your fingers behind, tripod position, so many options. And then if hamstrings are tight, try this. Inhale, bend your knees. As you exhale, start to straighten the legs. Let your weight come forward into the balls of the feet. Let your head descend towards the earth and your hips go up. Keep doing that each breath. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hips lift, crown of the head goes down, weight comes forward into the balls of the feet. Stay here a few more breaths. And we'll inhale, bring hands right underneath shoulders, long flat back. Exhale, walk back around to your lunge, right foot forward. Take that right foot back to meet the left. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Bring you all the way down onto your belly. Hands come back right underneath the elbows, or if you like, you can take spider fingers out to the side. Inhale, looking at the earth. Exhale, draw your belly in and up. Lift your heart just as far as you can go without using your hands very much. Breathe here, Cobra Pose. Pressing the tops of the feet down into the earth. Squeezing the legs towards each other. On an exhale, come down. Free inhale at the bottom. Exhale, draw your belly in and up. This time, pull gently with your hands. Lift your heart a little bit farther up. Squeeze elbows towards each other and back towards the hips. Lengthen equally through the front and the back of the neck. Look down your nose. On an exhale, come down. Curl your toes under. Lift your thighs completely off the earth. Squeeze your elbows towards midline. Firm your torso and push all the way to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or if you like, you can come down to child's pose, or maybe forearms down if wrists are tender. On an inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. On your exhale, walk, hop, or float to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, fold your hands in front of your heart, bring your feet together. Inhale, take your arms overhead, pressing palms together. Exhale, side bend to your right. Hold here for a breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side bend the other way. Hold for a breath. Inhale, come back to center. We'll go the other side again. Hold for a breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over. Hold for a breath. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, this time right foot's gonna go back to lunge. Spin your back heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, we'll open warrior two. Yeah, sink into the left leg. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. Lift your right thigh away from the earth, balancing the weight on your feet. Isometrically squeeze your feet towards each other to make a really strong, steady foundation. And then you can soften your shoulders and your jaw and your gaze over left fingertips. And breathe. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. On your exhale, tilt your hips towards the right, reach your chest towards the left, keep reaching. You can find shin or prop or earth with the left hand, right hand can come to the hip or go up. Triangle pose. Choose your gaze. And turn your gaze to the earth. Strong legs, strong torso. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretching through the left side. Hold here for a couple breaths. Then on an exhale, we'll bring the forearm to the thigh. Right hand can come to the hip or reach over if there's a bind that you like, or if you want to come down, hand to the earth or a prop, you're welcome to. Choose your gaze. Then we'll swim both hands onto the inside of the front foot, come onto the ball of the back foot, and we'll walk both hands around to the right, coming to standing straddle. Once again, you can take any version that you like, maybe take a different version than the last time. And if you practice tripod headstand, You're welcome to take one of those right now. Taking your time in headstand if you're still headstanding. Otherwise, you can bring hands under shoulders, long flat back, inhale. Exhale, walking back around to left foot forward lunge. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Inhale in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin bring you all the way down onto your belly. Take your hands back, palms facing the earth, or you can interlace your fingers at your hips. Inhale. Exhale, draw the front wall of the belly in and up, lift your thighs, lift your heart, lift your arms, squeeze elbows towards each other, and then reach back through fingers or knuckles, squeezing your legs towards each other. On an exhale, come down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, draw your belly in and up, lift thighs, lift heart, lift arms, squeeze elbows towards midline, reach back through fingers. Lengthening equally through the front and the back of the neck, gazing down the nose. Keep the lift, bring your hands right underneath your elbows, curl your toes under, firm your torso, and then push all the way to plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here in another restful pose for a few breaths. On an inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. On your exhale, walk, hop, or float to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, fold your hands in front of your heart. Okay, we're gonna do a little standing balancing. So you can bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna start on the right foot, so press your right foot down into the earth, really spread your toes out. Find balance there. Lift the left knee up. Yeah. Then you can take hold of the shin with the left hand, or maybe you want to go for the big toe with your peace fingers. Yep, you can stay here. If you'd like, you can extend the leg forward. Standing up tall, pressing into that base leg. Releasing shoulders away from ears. Yep, no matter where you are, I invite you to take your leg out to the left. You can always use a wall. You're in your house. Good. I'm going to come back to center. Maybe switch the hands, taking a quick twist. And then come back to center again. Lift both arms up, releasing the leg. We're just going to push back through that left leg. Keep pushing back, keep pushing back. Maybe hands come in front of the heart. or you can keep them reaching forward or airplane. Warrior 3. And then just keep reaching back through that back leg, keep reaching back, finding lunge. Maybe hands come to the earth, maybe they stay suspended. Either way, we're going to inhale, take the arms up. Yeah, exhale, bring the left hand to the earth, take your right arm high, twisting. Yeah. Hold here for a couple breaths. Okay, firm in the legs, let your right hand lift you up, back up to lunge. Your choice, you can stay in high lunge or drop the back knee. We're going to twist again, bringing the upper left arm to the outer right thigh. Palms or fists to stack. Lift your torso up off the thigh. And then on your exhale, turn to the right. And each inhale, you can do that same thing, lifting off the thigh. Exhaling, turning to the right. Okay, on an inhale, we're going to unwind, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down, frame that front foot. Press into your back heel to straighten the back leg. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Inhale in plank. Now your choice of vinyasa, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. On your exhale, walk, hop, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, fold your hands in front of your heart. Bring your feet together again. Yeah, second side. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to stand on the left foot this time. Spread your toes. Spread the foot out on the earth. Really plant it down. And then the right knee can come up. Yeah, maybe reach out for the shin with your right hand. Or you can take the big toes with your peace fingers. Either way, stand up tall once you have the leg. If you like, you can extend that leg out. No matter what version you have, stand tall, pick a gazing point, hold it. Now I invite you to take your leg out to the right. And then we'll come back to center. Switch hands. Take a twist to keep the right arm back. Coming back to center. Taking your arms up, keeping the leg lifted. Yeah, and then we're just going to push back through that right leg. Keep pushing back. Warrior 3, any arm variation that you like. Find your gazing point, breathe. And then keep pushing back through that back leg. Push back, lunge. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, right hand comes down, left arm stays up, twisting. Good job. It's a hard balancing sequence. Now just keep twisting. Maybe let your head hang this time. Letting your neck stretch. And then turn your gaze to your strong legs. That left hand's going to lift you back up to lunge. You can keep the back leg lifted or drop the knee, your choice. On an exhale, we're going to twist again. So upper right arm comes to outer left thigh. Palms or fists stack. Each inhale, lifting the torso off the thigh. Each exhale, softening shoulders away from ears and turning to the left. Okay, strong legs, strong torso. On your inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Exhale, hands come to the earth, press back through the right heel to straighten that right leg. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Inhale in plank. Exhale, your choice of vinyasa, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here in dog or another restful pose for a few breaths. Okay, on an inhale, we're going to take the right leg high. And then open up your hips, take your right leg even higher. You can bend that knee, reaching heel for opposite hip, but then look up from underneath your left shoulder at your foot, squaring your shoulders off to the earth any amount, bringing integrity into the shoulders. And then from here, a couple choices. You can make big circles with that top knee, or you can flip over into wild thing, bringing the right foot to the earth behind you, turning both feet, lifting your hips up, letting your head hang. In either version, we're going to bend our knees, bring the gaze to the earth, bring that right hand back down, bring the right leg up, square your hips off to the earth. Inhale, lift that right leg a bit higher. Yeah, exhale, knee to nose, hands over, or shoulders over hands. Squeeze and curl. Inhale, press up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. And you can do this on hands and knees too. Inhale, press up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Couple more. Inhale, press. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. On this one, we're going to bring that leg through for pigeon stretch. So knee is bent. Shin comes to the earth. Slide your back leg back. The more this leg is folded, the easier the stretch. Just going to take a mini back bend. Spider walk the fingertips back. Lift your heart. Inhale. On your exhale, fold over that leg, bringing forearms or maybe forehead to the earth. Lots of options for this stretch too. If this doesn't work, you're welcome to spin around to seated figure four, or reclined figure four. Backing off from the stretch, bringing hands under shoulders. Curl your back toes under. You might walk that back leg forward a little bit, lifting the back thigh. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Inhale and plank. Exhale, your choice of vinyasa or straight back to dog as you like. And we'll take the second side. So inhale, taking the left leg high this time. Open up your hips, take your left leg even higher, bend your knee. Reach heel for opposite hip, look under your right shoulder. That's your toes. From here, you can make big circles with that knee, or maybe you want to flip into wild thing, bringing the left foot to the earth behind you. Spinning both feet towards the back of the mat, lifting your heart, your hips, reaching up and over. And turn your gaze back to the earth, bend elbows and knees, bring that left hand back down, bring the left leg back up, square your hips off to the earth. Inhale, lift that leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze and curl. Inhale, lift up and back. Remember, on hands and knees, it's an option. Exhale, knee to nose. Couple more. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. On this one, we're coming through for pigeon stretch. Sliding the back leg back. Walk your fingertips back, lift your heart, mini back bend. Inhale. Exhale, fold over that leg and take your stretch. And backing off from that stretch, bringing hands under shoulders. Curl your back toes under, walk the back leg forward a little bit, lift the back leg up. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Inhale and plank. Exhale, your choice of vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's come down onto shins. Maybe you want just a little extra padding. Maybe you fold your mat over once. Standing on your shins. You can keep your feet flat or you can curl your toes under. It's up to you. We're going to do camel pose. Pressing down into your shins or into your toes. Inhale, take your shoulders up and back. Exhale, down and in and hold. Turn your fingertips up towards your shoulders and then take your hands onto your hips so your thumbs come towards the middle of your back and your palms go down. Inhale, lift your heart, and then exhale, start to bend back. You can gaze down your nose. Keep pressing down into the legs. Keep pressing the legs forward. Keep breathing. And on an inhale, come all the way up, leading from the heart. Head comes up last. Release your arms, sit on your heels. Gaze down your nose at the earth. We'll come back up, second round. Standing on your shins, knees hip width apart. Inhale, take your shoulders up and back. Exhale, down and in and hold. This time, point your fingers down towards the earth, thumbs turn out on the backs of the thighs. Once again, press down into your legs, lift your heart, and then start to bend back. Again, you can look down your nose, or if you want, you can let your head hang. Maybe now your hands come back to heels. If you have to lean back to get your heels, once you have the heels, then press your weight forward. Press your thighs forward. Once again, on an inhale, come up, leading from the heart. Head comes up last. Then set your heels, your hips over your heels and look down your nose at the earth. Only one more. So coming up onto your shins. Last time. This time you can take any version that you love most. So if either of those two previous versions work, you can do those. Or if there's a different version that you like, you can do those. One other version is that you can take your fingers down the backs of the thighs. Maybe they come to the pits of the knees and then you reach one arm over and then the other. Yeah, any version you're taking, take your shoulders up and back. Exhale, down and in and hold, lifting the heart. Pressing down into the legs, starting to lean back, finding hands on thighs or hips or feet. Pressing the thighs forward. And when you're ready to come out, inhale from the heart, all the way up. Sit on the heels, gaze down your nose at the earth. And come to all fours. Walk your hands forward one palm's distance, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, deep knee bending, downward facing dog. Let your back release. And then walk your hands back towards your feet so that your hands are now about a foot-ish in front of your feet. Bend your knees deeply, bring them onto the upper arms, crow pose. Press your hands down, press the index finger and the thumb and the webbing in between down into the earth. Rock your weight forward onto your hands, gazing at the earth. Maybe you lift one foot and then the other, and just keep switching, or maybe you lift both feet. If both feet leave the earth, squeeze your hips towards your heels and your heels towards your hips, and then press into the arms, start to straighten the arms, really squeezing the core. When you've had enough, bring your feet to the earth, a little wider than hip width apart, and then just drape over your thighs, letting your head hang. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring your your lower arms, your forearms, onto your jaw, and then let your arms hang, tensioning your neck. And then release your hands to the earth. Turn your palms up and stick your hands underneath your feet so that your toes come all the way to your wrist crease. And then massage your wrists with your toes. And then take your forward fold. Lift your hips up, let your weight rock forward into the balls of the feet. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Let your head hang. And then release your hands out from underneath your feet. We're going to walk forward, all the way forward to plank. Bring your knees down, knees, chest, and chin, bring you all the way down onto the earth, laying on your belly. And then we're going to take the right arm out to the right, straight out to the right, like this. But on the other side. Turn your gaze to the left. Spider walk your left fingertips straight out from the shoulder. Bend your left knee. Start to roll onto your right side, and maybe that left foot comes to the earth behind you. Yeah, big twist. Let your head relax onto the earth. Coming back to the center, we'll go over to the other side. Taking the left arm out this time. Spider walk your right fingertips straight out from the shoulder. Turn your gaze to the right. Bend your right knee. Start to roll onto that left hip. Maybe right leg comes down to the earth behind you. And then coming back to center. Take your hands underneath your elbows, push yourself over your knees back to child's pose. Come up to all fours. Either cross your ankles and sit through, or you can set your heels to one side and sit through. Scoot yourself forward so you have lots of mat behind you. Roll down onto your back. You can do this one vertebrae at a time. If this is hard on your back, you can take a leg with you. Nice and slow. Once you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. Holding on to opposite forearms or elbows. And your shoulders relax towards the earth. Encouraging your hips towards the earth. And you can take happy baby if you like, grabbing hold of the outer or inner edges of the feet. Encouraging your knees towards your shoulders and your hips towards the earth. Maybe rocking back and forth from side to side. And taking any other final movements or stretches that you like before Savasana. Maybe you want to do a plow or a shoulder stand. And then when you're ready, you can come and lay flat on the earth. Spreading out, making yourself comfortable. Turning your palms up towards the sky. Feeling your contact points with the earth. And now allowing the weight of the body to completely melt, surrender, descend into the support of the earth. Imagining the weight of your bones sinking into the muscles. The organs softening towards the earth. Orbs of the eyes sinking into the skull. Jaw soft, brow soft. Breath natural, effortless. Resting your mind completely in the stillness of the body and the intelligence of the heart. Returning to an awareness of your breath. Re-expanding your breath. Rubbing your fingers together. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, wiggling your jaw. Stretch your arms up overhead, reaching fingers to toes. And then rolling over onto one side for a moment. Press yourself up to seated. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And in your mind's eye, identify 3 things that you are grateful for. And we'll close with an Om. Inhale long. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for yoga on the Zoom.